that's why I'm naming him defensive captain.
No shit. No shot.
Well, damn. Off of one play?
All right.
One
So
fumble
let's hit
recovery.
those showers, one
Captain.
thought in mind.
Charlie.
Hello, you beautiful people. My name is Davi. I'm joined by Abe and Charlie. Welcome back to another Tony Tuesday.
How you doing?
For our viewers and listeners, we hope you guys are doing well. Just a quick heads up, this episode is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, specifically the discussion portion of the show. And also, if you're looking for an uncut reaction, we have a Patreon. You'll find the link in the description. We want to take this time to thank our patrons for their support and also our subscribers here on YouTube. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing, liking this video, and hitting the notification bell. Woo!
I think it's the quickest we've been through that.
Davi's getting good.
Yeah, I'm trying to go quick now. Abe, Charlie, how you doing?
We're good. I'm tired, but I'm good.
Yeah, we're good. We're just having heated discussions on some of the shows and things that are coming out
Yeah.
now. I don't know.
We're looking at you, Avatar.
Wait. Just quick question to our audience, if you're watching this intro, would you guys like us to do like a podcast where we discuss recent films and TV? Let us know in the comments if you would like that.
Yeah.
If you just want reactions, we'll just stick with reactions.
And that's
So,
fine.
yeah.
That's okay. Either way, it's fine.
Yeah.
But we want to do more.
Yes.
Abe, can you read the comments from our previous episode?
This first one comes from Philly Mawa. Oh, don't worry. Livia isn't dead, as her influence over Tony and Janice's toxic behavior and relationships with others continues to be shown throughout the show. Keep an eye out on them almost subconsciously, constantly saying Livia's catchphrase, "Oh, poor you." I believe it.
I remember
Yeah.
that. I mean, yes, I agree.
Yeah, the scarring of a mother like that probably doesn't go away as soon as she dies. I doubt it.
No, and they pick up on, her personality traits and stuff, and it becomes part of themselves as well without them realizing it.
Next one comes from Wise Guy 5674. I'm kind of surprised that you guys didn't recognize the lady in the wheelchair at Livia's funeral. I mean, she did go over the hood of Olivia's green Dodge.
That was like season 1, right?
Yeah, that was
very
first
early on.
like one of the first episodes.
Yeah, I think it was it first or second? I don't know.
Once I read the comment, I was like, of course.
Yes.
Of course, that
Yeah.
was the lady.
Thank you for jogging our memory. And this last one here comes from VTJB Productions. I always took the pussy scene as this. This universe has already implied ghosts exist. Polly and the Psychic is one example. To me, that was Pussy being there for Tony during a tough time of his. Pussy still loves Tony even after death and is there with him. After we see Pussy and Tony closes the cabinet, we even see Tony for a brief moment pause, take a second, almost as if he felt something there. I think that was implied to be Pussy's actual ghost watching Tony.
Oh, and also shout out to you, bro, for consistently telling us to look at the mirrors of this episode. Really appreciate
And
it.
even then, only David caught it the first time. Yeah, I think the Pussy one, I'm curious. I mean, obviously this person probably has watched the entire show already, but for me, I almost felt like it was Pussy haunting Tony. I'm wondering if other people felt the same. But I could definitely see that almost as a, Pussy was his friend, and I think even at the end there was a close relationship there, and a little bit of potentially him like looking out for him in a time of need could also be part of it.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, Charlie, episode 3.
Fortunate Son?
Fortunate Son is obviously the title of that rock song that's in every Vietnam movie.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
You know that song.
Blue moon in your eyes. Stay off the weed. That's I think every time.
Stephen A. Smith, man. Oh, is this another Christopher episode? I love those.
Paulie, what's up?
Forget that betting, Paula. I was making cheese dogs for you.
All right, I'll be there. Adriana, I think this could be it.
Him getting made.
He told me to look sharp and meet him at Modell's in half an hour. He told me to shine my shoes.
Oh my God. I mean, I knew it would happen, but so now can we get out of here? You know? Get a big loft, maybe?
This is not going to be at all what he is expecting, is it?
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. I mean, Tony already alluded
That he's going to get a bump up, yeah.
What?
I don't know. You getting called like this and going off all happy. I'm worried, that's all.
You've seen too many movies.
All right, he's looking sharp.
Yeah, that's a nice ass suit. I can't lie.
No. Right up front. Where we going? You look good. Shoot your cuffs.
Oh, this is so like...
Yeah, this is suspenseful. I'm like, I'm nervous for him that it's not gonna be what he thinks, but all the signs are pointing to that.
Oh, here he is. He sat on one ass cheek the whole way over.
Yeah, so it is.
All right, let's get started.
Oh, is he gonna get sworn in?
Yeah, he's getting made.
Is there like a ritual?
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
I've never seen it.
So if you got any doubts or reservations, now is the time to say so. No one will think any less of you, because once you enter this family, there's no getting out. This family comes before everything else. For your wife, and your children, and your mother, and your father. It's a thing of honor. And God forbid, if you get sick or something happens and you can't earn, we'll take care of you, because that's part of it.
If you've got a problem, you just gotta let somebody know. This man right here, he's like your father. It doesn't matter if it's with somebody here or on the outside. You bring it to him, he'll solve it.
You stay within the family. All right, give me your hand.
Oh man, it's like some culty shit. Blood pact.
Oh, it's creepy.
Like
a crow?
Yeah, or a raven or whatever. That's not usually a good sign.
Family saint. Now, as that card burns, so may your soul burn in hell if you betray your friends and the family.
Oh my God.
May I burn in hell
May I burn in hell
if I betray my friends.
if I betray my friends.
Congratulations.
Who's this other guy getting made? Am I the only one who doesn't know?
I don't know. Oh. Bada bing.
Is this Bada Bing? No.
No, it's just probably.
I mean,
Bada
they
Bing
might be
Girls,
from
though.
the club, yeah.
Yo, that song's a banger.
I'm gonna give it to you, my boy. It's yours.
I was wondering what it was gonna be.
You're a made guy now. It's your turn to make some real money, and I get to relax a little. Your only problem in life now is you give me 10 points of your take every settle-up day. Other than that, you got no problem. My only problem in life, I gotta kick my points to that man over there.
The pyramid scheme.
Not a bad deal, huh?
You got it.
Only thing, there's a 6G minimum every week. I gotta get something out of this. But $6 grand, that could be a lot or a little. Depends on you and how much you grow the business.
I love you, Paulie. We're in it together now.
I love you too, kid.
So, you feeling okay?
Oh, you mean about my mother? I mean, what are you gonna do?
I meant your spells.
They're not spells. How do you know about that the over there in New York?
Everybody knows. There's nothing to be ashamed of, Tony. For Christ's sakes, Julius Caesar was an epileptic.
I'm epileptic.
Whatever it is, you got to take care of yourself. Is the psychiatrist helping?
Oh, you know about that too?
Holy shit. Everybody knows.
My kid saw a shrink. He got court ordered for that thing with his wife. They're very happy now.
Whatever happened to privacy?
Our family's been doing our Jersey business a long time with the Sopranos in a peaceful and profitable way. And I want to keep it like that. Take care of this for me, okay?
All right, come on.
Yo, this song is crazy, bro.
Amazing, bro. There's got to be like a ranking of the Sopranos songs because they're made up, I'm assuming, like all of them.
Got a phone call from some young kid, Drew. They wanted to know when you were coming home.
Oh, it's her boyfriend.
Like he was about 15 years old. Is that your so-called fiance?
He's 19, actually, and he can go all night.
Oh, my God.
Good Lord.
That's crazy. Janice, you're wild.
I'm drinking a Colt 45, bro. Where's Carmela?
But there's a whole big house over there. And I know you want maximum value. So maybe for security reasons or so it don't fall into disrepair, you could stay there.
I've been thinking the same thing. I just don't want to push Svetlana out.
Yeah, well, I talked to her. She's moving out tomorrow, maybe the next day.
Yeah, but that's where she killed Richie, so she doesn't want to go back. Oofa.
You think so? Because the last episode she was arguing with the Russian lady.
To get the records.
No, but that she was going to move into
The house as well.
I thought she just wanted the money from the house.
Yeah, but he's wearing a stripe now.
My Uncle Richie was gonna.
Yeah, but he never did.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Nah, he's going to try to make good with him. Try to get on his good side.
Chris, I promise.
Do you know?
Congratulations.
So, Jackie, how's Rutgers?
I'm dropping out. We're just talking about our former alma mater. They got the coffee house. It's a pure cash operation. And the beauty part is, I mean, who's gonna stop you?
What do you tell him about that? That's ours. Watch where the fuck you going.
Kiss my ass! Take that shit outside. Don't disrespect the pizza parlor.
Fucking asshole. I know where you live.
You hear what I said?
The pizza parlor's sacred, bro.
All right. This has got to start showing results or end.
We've got you on medication. If you feel you're ready, you could see a behaviorist.
What do you mean? Talk to somebody else?
You seem unhappy with my approach. If you're really ready to commit to mental health, I say great. Let's get going. I'm ready to help. But we'll have to delve deeper, focus.
All right. Fine. My daughter brought home a black.
An Uncle Ben type.
She went upstairs, and I had a frank conversation with Buckwheat.
Oh, bro.
She came downstairs, and they left.
And then you had the attack.
I went to the kitchen to fix a sandwich. I opened the cabinet. I saw a box of Uncle Ben's rice. Boom.
I see. The first onset of hyperventilation that occurred upon seeing the rice?
No, I was taking the gabagool and shit out of the fridge.
I'm thinking when you first came here, the panic attack with ducks, as I remember it, you were grilling meat, weren't you?
The memory on you.
Who you like, Iowa? If it makes a difference, as long as it pays out.
Furio trying to get into football.
See? I told you should have laid off some of that action.
Spread's 11. Oregon's down by 12. They're on the 45-yard line with no timeouts.
Oregon's got an All-American field goal kicker.
Why didn't somebody tell me?
See? Christopher's already struggling.
Hey, AJ, the cheerleaders, any hotties, huh?
There's no cheerleaders for freshman ball.
Chill out, bro. Why is he so hurt?
Meadow, hi, babe.
Who is it?
It's Meadow.
He literally said Meadow. Oh, she's homesick.
Definitely.
Here, your brother wants to talk to you.
No, I don't. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Everybody's here. It's really boring.
Is that Jackie? It's not him, it's Meadow from school.
Hold on, call waiting. Hello?
My mother there?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Jackie, where are you?
I can't make it.
We're all waiting. You promised.
Kids.
Well, one way to tell your mother off, I guess.
Yeah, that ain't right.
That's almost all of it. Warren probably told you about Oregon USC.
This is unacceptable.
It's $4,000 there, Paulie. I'll have the other 2 in a couple of days.
I thought I made myself clear. I'm not running a school here, kid.
Paulie, this is me. You know I'm good for it.
Don't fucking drag it out front, you. This isn't about that. You work for me.
Yeah, and I want to.
Just shut your mouth and listen. I'm gonna give you a couple extra days. But it's gonna cost you another 2 G's as a reminder not to fuck it up. I make myself clear? And don't get me to like you. I'm not the one with the short bag.
Damn. Man does not mess around when it comes to money. None of them
Bro,
do.
I mean, especially now, like he just got made. He's got to,
Oh my God, what's this kid doing, bro? And he wearing sunglasses indoors like a douche.
I'm gonna say a few things. I'm gonna say some bad words. You're just gonna have to deal with it. You're thinking I clipped your uncle. On the one hand, you'd be a shithead to believe me when I told you I didn't do it. But I didn't. And I got some bad news for you. Look at me. Your uncle was a rat.
No fucking way.
Son, your uncle was a rat, and now he's in the witness protection program.
It's my father's brother you're talking about.
Jackie, I'm a member of your family almost. You think I'm the only one that knows this about Richie? You ask anybody. This hurt all of us.
I mean, he's not lying because he didn't kill Richie.
But he's lying claiming that he's still alive.
Yeah, that's true. And that he was a rat. That's not true.
He wanted you to be a doctor. Doctor's a very powerful position.
I'm no doctor. You know how hard you have to work to get your MD?
Well, you're not gonna drop out of Rutgers, are you?
No. I only did it because my dad was sick.
But you should know, he never wanted this life for you. And I'll tell you something. I don't want it for my son either.
Okay.
Now we know.
Yeah.
It's the first time he's made it like abundantly clear.
Oh! Get off the ball!
Put him in, coach.
Where's my kid still sitting on the bench?
Coach Goodwin will let him in. Freshman rules. They all get to play 1 quarter.
I told you that. I was like, who's the next coach that's going to have beef with Sopranos?
Are you fucking crazy, Rep? Are you fucking crazy?
Look, Anthony's going in.
Anthony! Anthony!
Uh-oh. Oh, he recovered it?
Yeah.
Let's go. But he's hurt, isn't he?
No, I think his dad is. Very 2000s.
Hey, good job, AJ! Hey, good job, good job!
Yo, the way this man's running.
Yeah, I
bro.
know. I was going to say his run form is questionable.
Got a little zest. Got a little Drake in him.
He said got a little Drake in them.
So I'm gonna take you to Stewart's and I'm gonna buy you some dogs.
I just want to go home.
You should be riding high after what you did on the field today. Come on.
Want to play some Nintendo? You and me?
When are you gonna throw that friggin' thing out the friggin' window?
Why?
Anyway, play Nintendo.
Okay. Let's go to Stewart's.
He's just such an interesting kid. I don't understand him at all.
Sorry.
Go ahead, pour yourself another glass. You need good bones for those open field tackles.
This is when they were running that propaganda, milk and strong bones.
Nana was asking me today where you might want to go to college.
West Point.
West Point?
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, I didn't.
You said either Harvard or West Point.
No way I'd ever have said that. I could never get in.
Those two of the hardest schools to get into. Especially West Point. You need a whole nomination for that.
Need like a letter from your representative or something like that?
Yeah.
Right?
I think your governor needs to nominate you.
Hey, how are you?
Is Mom there?
Yeah, she doesn't want to talk to him.
Yeah, she's here. How's school?
Fine. Is Mom there?
So funny how it flipped. Because she didn't want to talk to Carmela ever, and now it's the other way around.
Can I talk?
Yeah, you can have her.
I'm sorry about how I behaved at the cemetery. sorry.
Janice, I cannot give records back.
I wish you'd reconsider.
I know Livia left no will, but possession is 9/10 of law. She's not here to ask.
I think that's the first time we've seen her take the leg off.
Yeah, I think so too.
I thought that if we had the chance to talk one-on-one, I could make you understand how much those records mean to me.
You already showed your hand. She had already told her like it's worth a lot to the right collector. Like,
you're right.
We know you want it for money.
It was that bird. It was that fucking bird in the window.
Oh my.
I was making good jack at that betting parlor. I was in the fucking zone. Now everything turns to shit.
The bird thing is if it's in the house, flapping around. And that's death, not bad luck.
Where's her leg?
That's what I was about to ask.
Oh, that's foul. That is foul.
Nah, bro. That's wow. Janice is petty as well.
No, that's crazy. No, that's so messed up.
Janice! Janice!
Oh my god.
Bro, she's gonna have to hop around the house.
Oh my god, that's not right.
Чтоб ты сгорела заживо!
What is this, dollar bills? You owe me $300. I ain't using Chris. I got
Yikes.
Yeah, he should have never been made. You better take the money, bro. Like you
could use
you
it.
need it. Every dollar counts.
Sell the Range Rover.
Yeah, you need to get rid of the Range.
For real.
Dennis call yet?
No.
Hello, Tony.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's back.
What is she doing here?
She brings old leg. Piece of shit made in Russia. I have lost it weight. Cannot wear it no more.
I'm getting married. Did you know?
You told me.
What?
Wish you all the best.
I miss you so much, Tony.
Why don't we just stick to the subject here? Your cousin's missing a leg.
$20,000. That's how much it cost. Leg she took. Flex food, latest technology with vertical shock pylon.
She got all the technical details.
I don't see why we can't be friends.
I don't even know what I'm doing here. Look, I'm sorry about your leg. I'll reach Janice.
Oh, meat.
А как же тетя Тоня? Ей же тоже нужно.
It's a mixture of things. It's like he's looking at a problem, and then he's eating the meat, and the two together like doesn't mesh well, I guess. Yeah, he's gonna have a memory, some sort of childhood trauma involving the two things.
Talk about good timing. I was just gonna call you, Johnny.
Oh, yeah?
Something I can get you, Junior? No, I'm good.
Junior.
Anthony, I told you to wait in the car.
I don't got it.
Oh, Weasley, son of a bitch. You got payments you can't make? You come see me. Work out a plan.
I swear, I got a vendor owes me $300.
Shut the f*** up!
Oh, wait, please, what are you gonna do?
Oh.
Oh.
And he saw it.
Makes sense now.
What, your father never cut off anybody's pinky? It was a rush, if you want to know the truth.
Clearly it's traumatic now, my brother.
What you're seeing today, Anthony, a very sad thing. You disobeyed your old man, and I ought to give you the belt. But I gotta say, a lot of boys your age would have run like a little girl, but you stayed. I know you like Mr. Satriel. We all do. He's a lovely man. The man is a gambler. He owed me money, and he refused to pay. That's why you should never gamble, Anthony.
That's why he hates gamblers.
He's not much of a gambler himself.
He runs the games, but he's always calling people like degenerate gambler. And,
Never gamble, Anthony.
This all like ties together really well now.
Let this be a lesson to you. A man honors his debts.
Beautiful cut he sent.
You like it standing with the bone in, Holly?
Look at those juices.
Couple of freaky ass.
Go Wayne Newton.
Yeah.
I wanna lose them.
I have the end piece.
Johnny, let's eat while it's still hot.
You bet, baby. The lady loves her meat.
Is he gonna pass out? Yeah.
Oh.
4 stitches. Ruined dinner.
Ruined dinner.
Obviously, we finally touched on something here. What you witnessed that day, where the meat came from, and your mother's great pleasure in it.
Was the only time you could count on her being in a good mood, when the weekly meat delivery from Satriali showed up at the house.
Witnessing not only your mother and father's sexuality, but also the violence and blood so closely connected to the food you were about to eat. And also the thought that someday you might be called upon to bring home the bacon, like your father.
All this from a slice of gabagool.
That's got to be the quote.
He took a bite of a Madeleine, and that one bite unleashed a tide of memories of his childhood and ultimately of his entire life.
This sounds very gay.
Oh my gosh, Tony.
Oh my god. The delivery on that was bro.
But we've made real progress today.
Yeah, but that is crazy though, how it triggers an insane memory, like just a specific moment that you have connected.
That's trauma for you.
Yeah.
You gotta keep your eye on the ball, AJ. The ball. That's what it's all about.
The bull.
That's what it's all about.
I gotta bring these things over to Med.
Can I come?
Hey, we're watching the game.
I like going to the city.
It's nice he wants to visit his sister.
You're right. I'll get my shoes.
Why don't you watch your game, Tone?
What, I shouldn't go now? This is about Sambo, right? I'm paying for that goddamn college.
I don't know what's going on over there, but if you want to make a big scene at your daughter's new college, then comb your hair and come right along. Embarrass her. Alienate her. Or better yet, cut her off. Let her drop out of there and go to a state school. Or maybe move back in here.
I was just trying to protect her from herself, and I'll do that till the day I fucking die.
I'm not going to tell you can't come, Tony. She's your daughter.
I'll probably watch the game.
I'll never admit she's right, but I feel like this is growth in a weird way.
Look at your favorite Santa Barbara olive.
Leave me the f alone.
So sick of this guy.
Chicken shit, cocksuckers. Go for the touchdown. I need another fucking 5 points to cover the spread.
Oh no.
Hi, pardon me.
He's got a slip
Slip
knot.
knot.
Wow.
Here. Hi.
Hi. This is my mom and my little brother AJ.
Hey.
Dad didn't come.
No, he didn't.
The socks and sandals.
Noah, would you mind?
Noah told me what Dad said to him. It's all out in the open, so f this.
Let's watch the latrine lip.
Oh, what'd Dad say?
Anthony, would you go downstairs and wait for me? I would like to talk to your sister.
Oh, I know what he said.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god.
You called Noah things that are so disgusting and ugly, I can't even repeat it.
It's lucky I didn't punch his fucking lights out.
Because you're a civilized person.
I mean, to be honest, you'd get your shit rocked, but
Yeah, definitely.
Look around his racist, retrograde, fucking asshole personality.
Comes from a place and a time where he thinks he has your best interests at heart. Noah, I'm sure you must know what I'm talking about. Coming from a racially mixed marriage, I'm sure that's been a difficult burden to shoulder.
Don't slam his family background. Look what you wound up in.
Noah, would you excuse us a moment? I would like a word with my daughter.
Not going anywhere unless she wants me to.
It's okay, I'll be up in a little while.
I would hate to think you're airing your family's business in public.
Noah's not stupid. Took him a while, but he caught on. But he keeps his opinions to himself. Unlike some people, he's a brilliant and sensitive person. I'm not gonna stop seeing Noah. If you must know, I'm going to Litchfield, Connecticut, to the weekend home of some friends of Noah's parents, who work at NBC.
The fact that they work at NBC, I feel like is a little worrisome.
You mean they don't work at Fox?
I just mean if they have heard at all the name Tony Soprano on the news.
When she says, "Oh, I'm Metal Soprano,"
I feel, yeah.
they wouldn't.
Do you feel like it's, they're drawing her in there to get some inside scoop on her family?
I don't think they're drawing her in. I don't think it's like that, but
I didn't think you would have the nerve to show your face to me.
Why? What happened? What's wrong?
Oh, don't give me bullshit. Where is my leg?
Your leg?
Oh, yeah. Where's your...
I know you took it.
That's preposterous. I mean, what possible use would I have for your leg?
Because you sing, that will make me give records back.
If you see some karmic connection between your taking my mother's records and the disappearance of your leg...
Why should I say leg?
Leg?
I don't know how you can live with yourself.
Bill, don't waste breath. This cunt is gonna be sorry she ever fuck with me.
Well, you better hope you have all your shit out of here, because I'm calling the locksmith.
No.
Janice is she's a bitch.
We were gonna jack a benefit concert out there tonight.
You make it work without Dino?
It was my fucking idea.
I know this must be hard for you, Anthony. Your sister off at college, you here at home all by yourself with us. But it won't be for long.
Get that?
You're heading off to college yourself.
I don't think I'm gonna go.
What, college? Of course you will.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Under no circumstances.
Hello, fellow kids.
To be like, yo, what up, homie?
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the f was the point?
There, no one gets shot.
Oh my god, oh my god.
They jacking a benefit concert, I just realized.
You're robbing a benefit concert, you know that.
Is that all there is? I'll fucking blow your head off.
Hey, what's going on? You?
Shut up! Shut up! You say one word on that fucking thing and you're dead.
What a dumbass. He's lucky he didn't hit anyone. Does this man just nut in his pants?
He peed himself.
Peed himself?
Yeah.
He's nervous?
Yeah.
Think so? I don't know. I started getting that he was freaky.
Thought he was getting aroused from this or something. That was weird.
If he had pissed himself, I feel like they would have smelled that shit in the car, no?
There's your money. You ought to hit a 10 at Salon. I had a late night. You gotta give that shit a rest. Man needs his 7 hours. Keeps your mind sharp.
This was work. Little Jackie hyped us to a score at the Rutgers campus.
What's the matter, Chrissy? Tell Uncle Paul.
This being made ain't working out the way I thought it would. A lot of responsibilities.
Gane, what did you think?
You're only as fucking smart as this week's lines. One false move and you spend your
f***ing time chasing it instead of making money.
Welcome to the NFL, rookie. Go home, get some sleep. Tomorrow's a new day.
This is a new interesting storyline for him. See if he actually ends up making this shit work, because I'm not very confident in him right now.
Yeah, and also the relationship with Paulie, we haven't seen that dynamic.
We had a very good week this week, boss.
How's the little friend doing?
He had a few knocks, but it came out all right in the end.
Yeah, well, wait till he hears the policy on newly made guys. They're subject to strip search for wires and shit.
He'll love that. He had to augment his kick this week with a stick-up out at Rutgers. Little Jackie put him on there.
Jackie Aprile? He had something to do with this thing in the papers? I specifically told Christopher to leave the kid the fuck out.
Just telling you what I know.
I can't sleep.
It's ghosting Tony.
Guys, I want you to take a good look at Soprano here and remember his performance on the field last week. Soprano's on the sidelines 3 whole quarters waiting. But does his mind go soft? No. Does his fire go out? Heck no. When the call came, he brought his A game. This young man may have a big future ahead of him. He may be a leader, and that's what it takes. And that's why I'm naming him defensive captain.
No shit. No shot.
Well, damn. Off of one play?
All right.
One
So
fumble
let's hit
recovery.
those showers,
Captain.
one thought in mind.
Charlie.
I'm sorry, that was hilarious. This man got made captain. He passes the fuck out. That's amazing. That was his trauma, bro. Tony saw his dad cut some dude's pinky off. He gets named captain. He faints.
No, that's a
hilarious.
trauma response. That's not trauma.
Bro, the immediate reaction. This
laugh was hilarious.
This man just drops. Bro.
Oh my god.
That was so funny. I'm sorry. I hope he's okay. I'm sure he'll be all right.
Okay.
A lot of passing out in this
Yeah, a lot of people were passing out. A lot of people, you know.
one. Father, son.
But first I want to start off with Christopher. You know, I thought it was gonna be a Christopher episode, but I think it was.
Yeah.
To a degree. And he moved up the rankings. Now he's made up. Is that what it's called?
He's made.
He's
a
made.
made man.
He's a made man. So new responsibilities. Now he's, I think,
officially part of the family
and controlling a set. You know,
he has a business.
Yeah,
that's
location.
specifically
Yeah,
his.
that's his, and he has to oversee it. But he also has to report to Paulie, and Paulie reports to Tony.
Yeah.
So it's a whole pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it's a hierarchy.
It's a whole
But
pyramid.
he was already kind of doing that with the Webistic stuff too.
I mean,
I mean, that was probably his trial run, right?
This is the thing, though. He was put in charge of running these things, but he didn't get to oversee it, take full accountability for it, and also get the majority of the profits.
Yeah,
that's the biggest difference.
I mean, he did like the Webistic stuff. He basically was the only one really doing anything, but I guess he just wasn't making the profits.
But he also kind of wasn't doing anything. Like, all he did was got his license because Tony told him to, and like that was Tony's whole harebrained scheme that he was like, I need a face for it, so make Christopher the guy. And now they're taking a business they already had and entrusting Christopher with running the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the bookie piece, like, that's big. That's big. And I'm assuming at this point sports betting wasn't legal, all this stuff. So bookies and sports betting has been around for forever, and obviously the mob involved in it makes a ton of sense. And it's a big, you know, it's one thing when you are overseeing some things and you're doing good in it, but like you move up to full responsibility and accountability, have, you know, the way to like make the lines and the spread and all that stuff. It changes everything, and you saw that how he struggled to handle that.
He did. I mean, from what we've learned from Christopher from past 2 seasons, and now where he is today, is this where you expected for him?
100%.
What was going to happen?
100%. 100%. Like he's not. I wouldn't say he's fully irresponsible, but he's like not accountable. You know what I mean? Like shit goes wrong, and usually he'll run to Tony or somebody else to handle it.
Yeah.
Now these are things that he needs to handle himself, and I think that's the struggle that he's having. Is like, I can go to Paulie, I can't go to the other guys to try to handle stuff, but when I'm messing up my own thing that I'm accountable for, like now he's struggling. And as soon as you saw in the beginning, he was being made, and then he told Adriana like, now we can, you know, all this stuff is gonna be different, all that. I knew, I was like, he's gonna struggle in some way. Something is gonna go wrong.
Yeah. Charlie, what did you think of the Raven? Raven was a Raven, right? That was.
It was a Raven or a crow.
Yeah,
or
crow, something. But what did you think about the Raven that he was staring out while he was getting made?
It reminded me of It reminded me of those parts in Killers of the Flower Moon when
Like
they
the
see
owl?
the owl,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically like
Death
is coming to you. I feel like it's a similar message. But the only thing though is like Adriana made a point that is kind of, I think she might be right on it. It's the fact that the window was closed, and so it was looking in, but it wasn't like coming in or whatever. In Killers of the Flower Moon, like the window, I feel like was always propped open,
Yeah,
and
and
the
they
owl would
fly
just
it.
sit like right there, basically inside the room. So I don't know, like really what the accuracy of that is in terms of the symbolism. Like, does it have to be in the room to mean you're gonna die, or like if it's outside the room, what does it mean? But
So
it might be that like you're on death's doorstep or something.
here's my thing: wasn't where they did it in the boat?
Correct. That too.
Where they killed Pussy.
Correct. That's the other thing too.
Was it the boat?
I swear it was the boat.
It looked like it because like they
Can we
went
go back?
downstairs, but I don't know if it was the boat.
I swear it was the same like background as the boat. Maybe it's not. Maybe it wasn't. I think maybe it was a little bit bigger than that.
I think it was I don't know. Could have been, but
The outside of it, yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly, but all I know is that when I saw that, it reminded me of the boat, and this was something that I was thinking about. Is like this feels very reminiscent.
No, they're in.
No, they're in someone. They're
yeah,
in
it's
someone's
someone's house.
Yeah.
It's not a boat. It's a basement.
Yeah, it's a basement.
Yeah.
That's the way that it comes down
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. That's where I thought it was like it looked like the boat. But either way, I think one of the things that is what you guys are talking about, like death's on your doorstep, is now that you're in this, bro. Like death is kind of at every corner, and anywhere that you look, and anything that you do in the mob, like there's risk associated with it. And I think that's one of the symbolisms that was there. And clearly he like latched onto that and freaked him out.
Yeah.
And a lot of I start to see with the family, like a lot of them are like superstitious with this stuff. And it definitely freaked him out. And I think since that also, it's been kind of like hanging in his head.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen Paulie deal with that already. With when he went to the not the psychic, but whatever the medium, the psychic medium, whatever, and they started talking to people that he killed and stuff. That freaked him out for a while.
Oh yeah.
And so I feel like this is gonna bother Christopher for a while as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like a reality check, showing Chris, yo, this is the life that you're joining. You're joining, a group of a family where death is
all around you.
All around you, exactly. Death can come in many different ways, not only to you but to the people you love.
Could also be the fact that like in that room is everyone from the family and everyone that like runs shit, and outside the room, outside the family, was the crow, which means death. So it's like if you leave,
if you go outside
die.
the family, that's a good,
Ooh, that's good.
That's good.
So
it's a lot of symbolisms there. Curious what people think. Apologies for people. I thought this was the boat. It was not. But still, I think the crow clearly is a very big part of this scene and Christopher's whole sequence of being made.
And this season, what we hoped for was to get more of AJ.
Yep.
And some of his feelings and how he's looking into, being part of a mob family and his perspective. And it's looking like he is dealing with, I want to say, anxiety of the future, anxiety of moving away from his family and getting his own independence. It looks like it's scaring him, as we saw when he went to college, when he saw all those students there, but also when he was named captain of his team, which, in my opinion, that makes no sense. Off of one play, you made him captain.
I mean, to be fair, it's freshman football.
Yeah, I know.
It's freshman football. So who knows?
that coach is like so unimpressed by everything he sees on that squad.
They're ass. They must be ass.
He was like, the one good play,
This
captain.
man passes the hell out. That was incredible.
Oh my god.
He goes, I'm naming him defensive captain. He's just like he just like nods and he's like, he grabs his chest too, just like his dad, and then just
he grabs his face mask.
But like right here. He grabbed-
before, he's doing that.
So what we've noticed is that what has been distinctively clear is that AJ and Metal are completely different from one another.
Yep.
We know that. But now since they're revealing slowly things about AJ, Abe, I want to start off with you. What are some things that you've noticed from AJ specifically with this episode.
Yeah, I said during the reaction that AJ is very interesting because I don't feel like I have a full grasp yet on his motivations, like his psyche, like what he's thinking. But it somewhat feels like to me, and try to follow my train of thought and tell me if you think I'm off. But it almost feels like he's afraid of like responsibility in a sense, because the college thing, like, really freaked him out. Like seeing that, you know, there's a whole other step to this, and like being around all these other smart people. I think he's like constantly comparing himself to others, and like doesn't want to disappoint people, and that's why he doesn't want to go, is the sense that I'm getting. Also, like the way that his dad got so excited about the football thing, like he's like trying to like almost like temper his expectations and like almost without saying it, be like, Dad, don't hype me up. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? This is not actually me and all this stuff. And he just wants to go home and play Nintendo and relax and all that stuff. And that's one view that I get of it. But I also feel like there's more. And I think that the reaction that he had at the end very clearly shows that there's something wrong. Like something in his brain is not right. And I mean, what this is alluding to me very clearly is that we've seen Tony pass out multiple times because of a trauma response. To me, again, this could be a trauma response. You're making him captain and the guy's passing out. If it is responsibility, then I think that matches, but it could be something else. I don't know. And that's kind of where I'm at with this. I don't have a full grasp on AJ yet, and I feel like there's a lot more to tell with him.
Yeah, I think what I'm seeing is a young teen who is dependent on his family. And I think they tell him, hey, soon enough, you're going to go to college. Soon enough, you're going to be independent. But I think what I'm understanding is that I don't believe they're preparing him for that independence in a sense. Versus Meadow, I think Meadow was able to grasp it and understand it where she did it on her own. AJ is going to depend on his mother and father to prepare him for that.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's gotten that preparation. They're just telling him. They're not showing, hey, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of something I'm getting from it.
Yeah. I also think he's feeling the pressure more, like, obviously Meadow's not at home anymore. Charlie and I talked about, we actually have all experienced
the
this.
attention is 100% on you.
When you are in a 2-sibling household, which the 3 of us are.
Yeah.
When one of the siblings leaves the house, it's like the entire focus is on you, and like it's just more pressure. In general, it's just more pressure that's going on. So from that perspective, I think AJ is also feeling that type of pressure, and he doesn't have all the answers yet of like what it is that I have to do. What do I do to make people proud? Who am I? Like, I think these are all things that he's trying to like completely figure out, and he has no idea at all.
And also, in a sense, would you guys say that Meadow was kind of protecting him from some things, or no?
Yeah, inadvertently. I don't think she was like
doing it.
Yeah, I don't think she was like the big sister that was like, oh, I'll shield you from all the bad stuff. But it was more like her being there. You know, so much of the focus of the past few seasons have been on her, and rightly so. She's the older child. She, you know, understands more. She's more mature. And now with AJ, as he's growing up, he's, you know, freshman in high school, all this stuff. Now the focus is all on him. They're almost like, I think they're trying to get at like what he wants in life. And like, clearly he doesn't know, but he's only like 13, 14 years old. He's still got a lot to learn and figure out.
That's true. I mean, what I'm questioning is, do you guys believe that Tony knows his son?
No, I don't think so. I don't think either of the parents really know their
I don't think
kids
they know
well
their kids
enough.
well,
Yeah.
Like Tony had a better relationship with Meadow, but he still doesn't fully know and understand her.
Right. And it's hard, obviously. The generational thing is one piece, and you totally understand that. But I think they're both they come from different times, as they kind of mentioned through all the stuff with Noah and all that. But in general, I think that they come from a time where, you know, kids respect their parents, and you're not their friends, but you're more like the parent-child relationship is very a little bit hierarchical, and it's about respect and all that stuff, and you love your parents and all that. And I think that they don't have that level of connection with their kids because the way that they were raised was very black and white in that way. So that's what I see from it. The other piece about AJ is that it was interesting to me when he said he wasn't going to go to college. Carmela reacted heavily, but Tony didn't. And I know that he has said he doesn't want that life for his son, but I'm curious if eventually AJ says to his dad he does want to be part of that life, what his reaction will be. Because obviously that means he probably wouldn't go to school. He probably wouldn't do that stuff. He'd step into the family when he's maybe 18 or maybe a little bit before.
I don't think Tony would allow.
I don't think Tony will allow it either. Because I just think
it's caused him too much trauma, and he already stated that he doesn't want his kids to.
I know what he stated.
this.
I understand what he stated. I am curious to see how this
change his mind.
Yeah, because I feel like just the way that the arc of AJ goes, it's very clear that this is a family cycle, right? Like Johnny, Tony, and now it's AJ. And we'll see now. There's going to be a point. There's going to be a crossroads where either AJ has to break the cycle or he's going to fall into the same life. And that's the thing that I'm saying. I'm not saying 100% that he's going to and Tony's going to be supportive of it. I'm just saying that
it's building up to that.
I think it's building up to that moment. And him saying he's not going to go to college is almost like the first nugget of that.
Plus, also, if it's like a lineage thing, if you're trying to keep your family name in line, Sopranos.
Yeah.
AJ's the only one, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
that can hold it.
It's true. I mean, yeah, it's interesting because I don't know if we've gotten a whole spiel about like we need to keep the Sopranos name, and I don't know if it's about so much that, because if it was, then I think he'd be putting a lot more effort into grooming AJ to become that.
But they did say early on when Uncle Junior finally got the spot after Ricky, I think, who was it? Jackie. When Jackie died, they're like, it's been a long time coming for a soprano to take the line again.
Yeah.
So now it's been Uncle Junior. Uncle Junior got in trouble with the law, so now it's Tony, and the next one in line, I think, is just AJ.
Who knows?
I don't know of any other Sopranos.
So what I'm understanding, it's multiple families that are tied into this. It's not.
Yeah. So I guess we'll understand later on, like, how big is Tony's ego and commitment to the family, in the sense where he wants to continue his name past himself.
Yeah. But there's been a division. That's the thing. So like before, it was the Aprils. It was Jackie April, right? And then you have Richie, who they had a feud against, his nephew, who they're having a feud against, or Tony doesn't want him related to mob stuff at all. So I feel like they don't want it to go to any other house name.
Yeah, I feel like that's not 100% because they don't want the April name in it, because he had a lot of respect for Jackie. I just think he knew Jackie's wishes that he didn't want his kid in it.
Yeah.
And he's trying to respect that.
Yeah. And also the last few Aprils that possibly could become a boss have all been problematic.
Yeah.
Jackie.
Now look at Jackie Jr.
Jackie Jr.
I mean, Jackie wasn't problematic.
Not Jackie. Richie, and then now Jackie Jr.
Yeah. I mean, neither of them were bosses, but yes.
That is true.
I'm saying potential. That could become,
in the family.
Yeah.
So we finally got a flashback, and we got more understanding of Tony's trauma. And starting off for Charlie, what stood out to you in those flashback scenes, and what was revealed of Tony's, a new side of Tony, or more of his character?
I mean, the childhood trauma piece, I mean, it gave us a lot of explanation as to where his
fainting,
his panic attacks come from. So we saw the origin of that. We saw how his dad operates, or used to operate. And you kind of get to see a little bit of the difference too. Maybe the trauma has a factor, like plays a factor in it, but how his dad would approach things, and now how Tony approaches things with people. If somebody owes him money, I haven't seen him cut somebody's finger off, right? I forget that guy's name.
Davey.
It's Davey. They did a stakeout, right? Which is pretty bad.
Out.
A bust out, sorry. It's pretty bad, but it's not cutting someone's pinky off. It's ruining their lives.
Yeah, it could almost be worse.
Yeah, but it's not like physically violent.
Yeah.
So you see the differences there, and I think it was much needed, that flashback. It gave a lot of value to this episode, and a lot of explaining. And it drove it drives the therapy sessions forward, because you finally got to.
It's like a breakthrough.
Yeah, you got to break through. So
yeah, I think the breakthrough is super important, but I also think like there's a lot of things to connect with this because you don't really hear Tony talk about his dad a lot and his relationship with his dad. It was always mainly focused on his mom, and I think partially it's because he's almost having a hard time dealing with the fact that he's similar to his dad. And like that moment, right, where he sees his dad cut the guy's pinky off and he doesn't cry or run away or anything like that. You see how proud his dad is of him. And, you know, now he's emulating that in some sense. Again, like Charlie mentioned, he's not cutting anybody's pinky off, but, you know, same kind of thing. Somebody owes you money. There's respect associated with it. Give me your kid's car. We're busting out your company, all this stuff. You're a degenerate gambler. All these same things that his dad basically taught him from a kid. And that was like the big thing there. And now it's almost like when I see AJ and Tony's relationship, you know, he had this one moment where Tony's dad was like proud of him. And now Tony's like really wants to be proud of AJ about football and trying to like push that thing onto him almost as like, oh my God, there's something I can cling on to that's not mob related. Like, let's run with this. And again, I feel like it's putting that pressure on AJ of doing that. And maybe Tony felt a little bit of that pressure also when he was a kid, but his only option was to go the mob route, the family route. And I think that's pretty interesting. The other piece is the whole like cold cuts and the meat thing.
Yeah.
That symbolism is really interesting. I think like another thing I think about was like cold meat is like death, like a cold dead body or something like that. And I think there's a little bit of symbolism in that, but clearly that's his trigger because of the events that happened to him. Now I want to understand first I want to understand what AJ's trigger is. And second, I want to understand and I want to see if Tony is going to be able to recognize he fainted. I fainted because of this. What is he fainted? Like, is he going to be able to put those two and two together? Because clearly I feel like that's what the episode is showing us, that there's something he's responding to.
Yeah. Maybe Dr. Melfi will point him to it, but yeah.
Maybe if he brings it up.
Yeah.
All from a slice of gabagool.
That scene, the scene that stood out to me the most was the scene where Tony's father was dancing with Livia. And I felt so weird watching it because it was very strange. Did you guys get that feeling?
Yeah. This man's being real handsy with his wife in
front of the kids, and they're like, it just felt very out of pocket at the time of what was happening.
But did you see what Tony talked about?
Yeah, she only really accepted love when she had the delivery of when she got the meats.
Yeah, and you can see like their marriage was really messed up.
Yeah,
and this was kind of like the one time that you kind of would see him happy, and I guess his dad would kind of take advantage of that in a way. But yeah, I think that's the moment. It's really interesting because I think in the moments that Tony talks to Melfi here, he hits on a lot of important things, but the way that he says it's just kind of like brushing them off as if they're not important.
Yeah.
But it's not the case. Like, he's like, oh, it's the only time that would make her happy, the meats thing. It's like, no, bro, that's serious. And he's like talking about, his dad cutting somebody's pinky off, and he's like not fazed by it. But like clearly his body and his mind have a physical response that's negative to seeing anything that reminds him of that time. So I wonder if he ever becomes more like, I don't know, introspective and like forgiving of himself and like cutting himself some slack. So I think this stuff happens, and he just like, he almost reacts in a way. He's like, I shouldn't even be thinking about this. All this because of some gabagool.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a constant battle with him. I think maybe through the entire series that he's going to go through, where he's, when he's getting these feelings where he's thinking about the past, he's always going to brush it off to the side and be like, are you kidding me? Like, it's about this. Like, it's the smallest thing ever. But even though, like you said, it's not, it has affected him for a while.
Yeah.
And also, Meadows' relationship right now. That last conversation, that was very strange as well. Because, I can't believe her boyfriend didn't leave the room, first of all. It's like, her mother is there. Just get out.
It makes so much sense because they're in college now, and they're like by themselves.
We're independent,
they're free thinking, independent. Like it very
rebellious.
It adds up. Yeah, the rebellious part of it. It like 100% adds up. And I think her mom knows she's like kind of playing with fire. And like if she says the wrong thing or pushes too hard, like she's already kind of pushing her dad away for good reason. And she's like has to, you know, keep some form of balance in this relationship. Although Meadow is definitely wilding.
She is.
But she's also right.
Yeah.
She's also right.
See
Let's
that.
get that right.
Yeah.
Like she is upset for good reason. So is her boyfriend for good reason. And her mom's response wasn't, you know, probably the best thing she wanted
She's
to
like,
hear.
you know how your father was, you know, back in his time. No. They give the whole spiel.
Yeah, and then she's like, you know, Noah, your parents are white and black. Like, they probably get that all the time. I was like, shut up, bro. What are you talking about?
True.
But that is a very interesting conversation to have, to see how it's. I feel like from episode 2, they introduced the racism dynamic. I think that's going to progress as the season goes as well. I think we're getting a new side of Tony. We already knew was prevalent, but it's looking like they're diving deeper towards that aspect as well.
Yeah.
Janice's situation. I mean, Janice is doing Janice things. I mean, what?
No, this is next level for Janice though. She's
Stealing a
still
$20,000 leg, bro.
It's
with
crazy.
a Michael Kors boot on it. Like, come on.
For the records, she just wants the records. So you think the records are worth more than $20,000, Janice?
She
Yeah, it
said
could be,
that they.
but I think she's just being.
She said it was a
petty.
lot. She said it was a lot.
Yeah, I think she's just being petty.
Yeah. That, and I think also she's a materialist. Like she cares about like nice things and money and like all that stuff. Like
Yeah, just look at the conversation that she was having with Richie before she popped his face. You know, like she was going off listing all this shit. Like, oh, we want to redo the room and then put this kind of carpet and this kind of decoration. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
He stressing the guy out, and he was like, "Listen, we're gonna be tight on money for a while. Things are not going the way that's supposed to go."
And then she got pissed.
And then she got pissed. Yeah. Not saying like, you know, it's completely her fault. Like, you know, that Richie died and Richie's like the innocent person, but I mean, she was triggering him.
Yes,
for sure.
She started kind of that argument in a way.
Yeah.
Richie's response was not obviously like
Was not appropriate whatsoever.
Not, I say it did not match like the level that she was like.
Right.
Like an argument would have made sense.
Then she brought in his son and whatnot.
Yeah,
and that's when he got really fed up. And
it was a whole thing. But yeah, I think she is a materialist, and that is why people don't A, trust her 100%, and B, like have a full, honest, true relationship with her. And I think Richie was one of the only people that did that, and now she's kind of like back to material things.
Yeah,
it's true. Yeah, dang. You guys have anything else to add before?
Nope.
Nah. But with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for watching and listening to this reaction and discussion. We'll be back for more Tony Tuesday. See you soon, y'all. Stay beautiful.
Peace.